Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we sit inside the Maserati A6GCS 53 Spyder 54. It is in the familiar red of the Maserati, open top sports car, dated from just before the era of the Type D. As another competitor in the Le Mans race, appeared there at some point. More probably known for Italian racetracks than anywhere else, but we're looking at competitors to run alongside other cars just to fill up the race. Again, it could be an interesting car for you to choose to use as a grinder. We're going to try and find what it's like. So let's go and take a look at the setup. Performance points comes in at 634.83, so there's plenty of room on top if you want to put softs on. Max power, 279 brake horsepower. So around about 200 brake horsepower less than the D-Type. We're going to have to see how this pans out, because that's 130 horsepower less than the regular GR4s that we're going to be racing in a grinding race. But the suspension's fully customizable. Nothing has changed from standard. That is as is. Fully customizable diff, which we've adjusted to the 555. Again, it's the no downforce era, so with that, there are nothing changes, but the car is entirely default as per Auto Shop. There is no customizable ECU. The adjustment has not been made on any sort of adjustment. Transmission racing set to 310. Might struggle to get to there. But we do have a Tyra RPM turbo. Racing intercooler. No other adjustments possible, but we've added the brake controller. Bore up, stroke up, titanium conrods and pistons. Racing crankshaft added. There's no body weight saving options, but the body rigidity is installed. Let's go to the track. Welcome to the World Touring Car 700. We're here to find out whether another historic car has got what it takes to join the field for the custom race. As said, this is the 53 Spyder 54. Settings will be traction control 1, default ABS, ASM on and counter steer assistance on strong. Controller settings, no change from usual. Controller steering sensitivity 5, force feedback max torque 5, force feedback sensitivity 6. I do have another video where I tried this and it was a real struggle. Let's hope we're going to be as fortunate as we are with some other cars. Let's see if we can get this one to win. I'm going to be leaving it on fuel map 1. We're going to start the race in car. And we're a left-hand drivey beast. Let's go to the middle position. So pretty much like the D-Type, it is somewhat of a struggle to keep this thing going. We're on medium tyres. We're going to see if we can get 4 laps out of it to start with. Or 3, depending on the rain, of course. If we do 3 in the first stint, we'll push it for 4 in the second. All we got to pray for is a decent rain slot. As we come onto the Mulsanne straight, we get the whip off the final corner out of the complex and get our way down the straight. So what we're going to make top speed. Are we going to be anywhere near the 180 miles an hour set by the D-Type? It's not far off, you know. There's the 180 and we're going to brake at the same spot. We're going to be out-braked by the GT4 class cars. The car has the same problem as the D-Type. It's going to probably be drum brakes all round this car. That was the technology of the day, though. The ability to have the option to upgrade its brakes would be phenomenal, but this one had no choices whatsoever. A disc conversion would have been superb. The question is, though, is it capable of winning this race? 17th place on fuel map 1. It's a much more settled, refined drive, one would say, than the D-Type settled off. This is a turbo car, so it's not packing a great amount of bars of boost, though. Look at that, 0.25 of a bar. That's atmospheres, to those that know. At which point the Red Dwarf theme tubes come to mind, and those of you that know that will know. But 17th place, 16 seconds behind the leader. We're going to have the fuel, it looks like, to do the 3 laps that we asked for on the outset. Let's go around the outside, round the outside. Up to 5th gear. That's us up to 15th place. Mr. Hayward and Mr. Hizal in front. We will be attempting to navigate their position. Oh, a little bit of a clunk in the steering wheel then. As we went around that corner, I don't know where that came from. That was a mighty big fight back. I'm going to have to slow a bit earlier. Mr. Hizal braking early. Just a little bit rude, sir. We have got front end damage. Fourteenth place, 17 seconds behind the leader. We're hoping that's not going to be much more than 25 seconds when we get round to the start-finish line. Depends how many times we spin this. Mr. Mangiano, Mr. Hayward demonstrating their racing driver skills. They left us room then. Going to brake on the entrance. There it is. Through the wiggles at the end of the lap there. 18.9, 19 seconds behind the leaders. They're heading off into the complex now whilst we just enter it. It's a good gaggle in front of us for us to take on. We just have to manage the corners. So we've got 3 laps of fuel left there. So I'm just now going to switch to the rain radar, and we're going to have a watch out for when that's going to arrive. We've been so lucky with rain of late. We're kind of expected to get a heavy one, which could make this a challenge for this car. We don't know how it's going to react with the weather. There's a question. Do I own the race tyres, the wet weather tyres? Did I choose the wet weather tyres? Oh, there's a realisation in the brain. Did I do it? Oh. Well, put that out of your head. We'll think about that later. 19.9 seconds behind, and we're just starting to roll that time in. We're going to have to brake early as we catch up to the 3 cars, including Mr. Gallo. I braked too late. As we shoot through the corner with a bit of an overshoot. See if we get a penalty for that, and we deserve it. Yeah, there's 2.5 seconds. That will, yeah, pretty much what we cut off. There's the Ford. That was, yeah, a little bit rude. 19.8 seconds. We didn't gain anything on the leaders, but we gained track position. These balls are queuing up to try and take those places back. Well, they'll get them at the end of the lap. No rain on the radar just as yet. And I'm not choosing the rain, I promise you. This is all totally random. Top right hand corner, rain has just started to ebb in. Just starting to flow in from that top right corner. Northeast quadrant. The Cayman just popping into our braking zone behind us. Cayman looks like he's getting ready to pass us. We're going to leave him the inside if he wants it. He's choosing not to though. Now we'll take the apex. You can't look at it and keep it for yourself just because you looked at it. 22 seconds down. Miss McEwen leading the field. We don't want it much more than where we are about now. We're going to get a big stop penalty here. And there's lots of rain coming in, look. Now, is that decisions? We're dropping back to 12th place. Are we in a decision-making process where we've got to stop? Because it's going to absolutely bomb us down. 2 laps. I think that's a stop time. I think if we were to carry on, that's going to be trouble. Oh, we're going to get another penalty for that. That's rude. I think we're in for a stop. Yeah, 1 second penalty. I think we've got to take the pits. I don't think we can chance that rain. I think we're going to take the lot, take the fuel, go for it. I think it's a sensible choice. Portilla, Kawakami, Yamanaka all gone on. Lots of people going on for the try and beat the rain, but looking at what's coming, knowing the car we're in, we're going to be forced into a 2-stop, which ultimately I think is going to be the demise of this car if we're not lucky with the rain. We've got to make the right choices. Changing onto the wets. Those spoke wheels are absolutely gorgeous. And we're out. We've got the full laps of fuel. We're in last place. It's bucketing down. The rain is already yay deep. There's a potential we've took the right tyres. th place. We probably could have done it on inters, looking at what's coming in the rain. Looks like it's going to rain for a little while yet. Inters might have been the right tyre. The initial downpour forced us to wets, but you never know. Have we made the right choice? Portilla there, fastest lap of the race, a 4:15.320. We're not going to get anywhere near that. We might be on the wrong tyres. The rain could come again, make things all of a fluster. Did they take wet tyres, or are they on rain? Are they on racing tyres? It looks like there's an incident ahead. Have we got flags? Is there an incident at the last chicane or not? No, I think we were... Oh, what's going on there? That was rude. Lots of slowing down going on. Oh, why would you? Just hammer your brakes. Oh, look, there's the leader has spun. Portilla has spun. He's facing the wrong way. Top right-hand corner. He's just turning it round. If we can keep this going right, there's a chance we will get this all sort of back round to our way of thinking. If it keeps raining as well, there's some big heavy stuff coming. Oh yeah, there's lots of spinning round going on. Look on the main straight. Lots of spinning. There's calamity all over the place. That's going to work in our favour. We're 1 minute down on the leaders, and they're all over the show. The rain is absolutely bucketing. It looks like we've made the right choice. Yellow flags ahead. We could be in a trouble here where we get telling off for... Oh, there's some overtaking prohibited. That's not good. We have a 1 second penalty to shed. But we're up to 12th place. I believe we made the right choice on tyres. I don't think it's going to get any easier. There's more incidents ahead. There's more cars spinning. Yellow flags. No overtaking. This is where we could lose the clean race bonus if we get this wrong. Let's keep going. They've slowed down a lot. I believe we were already past the car. Miss McKenna. That was just total rudeness. It's not McKenna, it's McEwen. I've now got engine damage. That was just blatantly rude. Gonna go around the outside. The end of the rain is on the way, but we're going to make one more lap with these rain tyres. We're hoping the entire rolling stock in front of us is going to the pit. Portilla's actually gone in now. We need to hurry on past. This is our advantage. We've got the fuel to make this work. I know exactly why I'm calling Miss McEwen Miss McKenna. But we'll leave that one out there. So looks like we're at the end of the rain, so we're onto a drying track. 15 minutes to go. Portilla has left the pits. We're some 13th. Oh no. Not what we want. Are we going to get a telling off and a penalty from the judges? Trackside officials, we've got front and rear damage. We kind of expect this. Even older technology. Tyres aren't going to be great in the wet, are they? Let's keep going. Right, we've got to hold this together now. Everybody's going to make one more pit stop, that much we know. Let's check on fuel. We've got 3 laps of fuel left. 4, 5, 6. We're going to have to stop for fuel and tyres. But we want the tracks to start drying up a bit before we even think about taking another set of tyres. A little bit of a lift. We could apply the traction control to give us some sort of control. More level of control. 35 seconds ahead of Mr. Portilla. This is working out well. It's not a great grind car though, is it? I don't think without the rain we would have been up there near the front. It looked all drama and get this thing slowed down. Here we go. Let's push on. 47, 48 seconds in the lead. There's lots of incidents going on at that first chicane. Look, there's lots of people facing the wrong way. The sun's now out. I've never had a race where you can win it in 6 laps. Is this going to be one of those races? I am expecting more rain. There's another 2.5 minutes yet where rain could be a factor. It could actually start to just dry up, and it'd be dry all the way to the end. These tyres have not indicated that they are going to burn up yet. Just starting to show wear on the front and the rears. I think we need to do one more lap before we consider stopping. I don't think the track is on its way to drying very much. We'll give the AI the chance to go in early if they want to. Nice to play with this car in the rain. It likes to just slide a little bit. It's very predictable, very controllable. Not unlike in the dry when the old thing decides to give you a bucking bronco lesson. So the track is sort of heading towards dry tyres now. I'd rather do the one more lap and make sure we've got a good clear run around this circuit. So 10 minutes remaining in the race almost. Nothing on the rain radar at all. You watch it all swamp in for the next 3 minutes. 46 minutes in the lead. 46 minutes? 46 seconds. That last lap was a 4:57. Quite dire. But we had a couple of incidents ourselves there, didn't we? New driver required. Naughtiness. There's rain, top left-hand corner, as we pick up another penalty for just running that fraction wide. Rain, top left-hand corner. Is it coming in or is it backing away? It looks like it's backing away. It came in and left. Oh, that was rude. Oh. That's your lot. 9 minutes 20. Looks like we're just going to get one incident of rain. Did everybody see that rain? It just came in, showed its face, disappeared again. So, with no rain on the radar, we've got 1.9 laps of fuel. 42 seconds in the lead. Miss McEwen just poking away forwards. .7 seconds in the lead. Miss McEwen's got a toe down along the Mulsanne straight now. The dry track coming back to the streams. Still really quite wet down here though on the curbs. We're 17 seconds ahead of our personal best, which is a 4:21. Well, it's not, it's a 4:57 technically, but we have got a 38-second lead at this point. Those rears are just starting to show that they're cutting up. We do have the fuel to go another lap. You know, we could win this in 6. We could probably win this in 6. If we pit 40 seconds and do a 4 minutes 15, that's 5. It takes 2 minutes from here. It only takes a minute. We're going to have to take 2 laps of fuel. The sun is definitely out. The track's still wet though. I might just push us on this set of wets just one more lap. Take a splash and dash. She's eating into the time all the time, but she's going to have to come off her tyres too. And I'd rather stay on the black stuff. No, I'm going to take the risk now. I'm going to go back to a set of softs and sprint for 2 laps. Softs, I'm going to take 2.5 laps of fuel. As there's in excess of 5 minutes remaining. So we're going to hope to set a fastest lap on that final lap, lap 7. Unless we can win it on the 6th lap, which I've never done before. I have won a race on the 6th lap before, but I got demoted to 3rd for cars winning it in the pit lane. Here we go then. Fuel, tyres on. And we're going to take 2.5 laps of fuel. Miss McEwen, Mr. Blazan are in behind us. And that is what you don't want to happen. When you've got a comfortable lead, you come out the pits and it's wet. Well, that's just made the challenge harder, hasn't it? They were all on intermediates. This is a chasey race. They're out. I'm not 34 seconds in the lead anymore. It's a clear race to the finish. 2 laps, 22-second lead. I was 14 more seconds in that. And we were going to get out the pits early without so much fuel, so we'd have had a bigger lead. 23 seconds it currently is, so let's get this toe down. This is going to be a challenge. Some tension. Curbs are going to be wet, so when you touch those curbs, it's going to induce sliding. Stick to the dry line. We've got plenty of fuel. There's nothing on the rain radar. 23-second lead, but it's coming down. Two seconds. They're just arriving into the braking zone of that last complex, the second chicane on the Mulsanne Straight. That's the lead we've got. Watch these curbs, they're going to be wet. You can see the dry line down the edge of the track. We're going to stick to the crown of the track, right in the middle of the road. This little historic racer just managing to keep its toes above water, but we're losing tenths at the moment. We're not losing seconds, which isn't dreadful. Down to 20. It looks like the evening's drawing in. We can see the low sunshine in the late part of the afternoon out in the western skies. .5 seconds. As the track dries up, they're going to get faster. So are we. McEwen is going to be pushed by Portilla. Both are keen, confident racers. Aren't short of victories. Just need Widdowmaker now to show us what he's made of, managing this older generation motor vehicle against the more modern cars. Oh, Malupa. Oh, heart attack material. Wouldn't have been so bad, but I came on that corner on the brakes. 19.1 seconds. I'm looking to see if there are incidents behind, and there aren't. This is particularly wet, this start-finish straight. There isn't much of a dry line. See the shadows brought on by the crowd, the shadows brought on by the low sun. McEwen stayed on intermediates. Oh, Portilla pitted as well. I didn't realise they'd make that same mistake. They short-filled, thinking they needed to catch us because they saw we'd short-filled. Oh, that just gives us that opportunity to get out. See that 5 seconds? If we'd have opted to slow down for that, they'd have won in the pit lane. Here we go now. On an increasing lead, the entire field has almost gone to the pits. Mr. Hayward has now finished the race. Majority of those cars in the pit lane will finish because they will pass the checkered flag in the pit lane. If that gives us a free run down here, this is our opportunity to set the fastest lap of the race. Can we go faster than a 4:15? We're going to break late. Going to try it. Going to really rev the nuts out of this thing. And we do. We win the race by 1 lap. Lapping everybody. Currently, everybody has passed the finish line in the pits. We get a free run at this. So this old classic racer dominates in the rain with some little spinning incidents. And as we make a victory lap, we didn't actually need this lap. We'd have won it anyway if they'd have thrown the flag some 10 seconds earlier. I really don't know if this is going to be able to take that fastest lap. We're only showing 25.889 seconds ahead of that fastest lap, a 4:57, so that puts us at 4:22. We need to find another 7 seconds or more over the last half of the track. Still showing our leaders only 36 minutes. There are people coming down the start-finish lane, but they are obviously finished. They've taken the checkers flag because there's nobody showing not running. "27 seconds in the lead, so that's a 4:30. We need to find another 15 seconds. It's never going to happen. Fastest lap of the race will not be ours, but we will have won this race in the old Maserati. Another opportunity to put some cash in the bank. A favourable grind. Here's the major question. If grinding isn't boring, is it grinding? Well, as we come round the last few corners then, we've got the fuel. Are we absolutely happy that this car is a decent grinder? I'm not. I think it's great for the one-off race, but I think you'd rely on something more reliable, something a bit quicker. But here we come round, finishing the race with a lap time of 4:20 something, not the fastest lap in the race, but we lap everybody in the field. And there she is, the Maserati 53-54. One lap ahead of everybody. Purely because of the rain and how it was managed. We pitted fortunately and changed those tyres exactly the right time. Did we get... No, we didn't get penalised for overtaking under a yellow. More cash to the bank with clean race bonus. There we go, stacking it in. And here we go, folks. The view from inside. Absolutely stunning little car. Not one of my favourites. Really quite drivable and controllable. Not a massive amount of power. If it could have that little bit more... You know, there's going to be an engine swap probably hiding for this one somewhere. But there she is, folks. It's up to you what you're going to do. Whether you want to take this setup and give it a tweak, make it something more, or move on to something else, or you might take it to the track to find out what it's like. This is one of those cars that will probably stay in the garage and never be driven. But it's up to you. We'll see you on the next one, folks. All the best. Take care. So we're actually going to have to pit now. We don't really have a choice, and the end is in sight. So if we're going to pit with them, we're not taking tyres. We are just taking fuel, which I don't think will make a massive difference, but we're out of control. We actually did okay there. We're going to have to use them as brakes, I think. These guys have come to a stop. Move. Oh, how rude. It sent us round again. We've lost all those places. We're going to have to restart. So we're up to 10th place at the end of lap 1, 16.2 seconds behind. The leader's just starting to push out. We've got just going to get, it says 2.8 on the fuel. Oh, we've lost it. That's never good. This car is not going to do it. We're running out of time. We've got to bought our ticket. I'm going to shelve this one. I haven't got time to be spent. I need to be 9:39. I need to be making live stream.